same item that you found that night?
Yes, sir.
The lead investigator is the trooper who is responsible for the case, correct?
Yes.
Michael Proctor was the lead investigator for the investigation into the death of John O'Keefe, was he not?
Yes.
What, if any, conversations did you have with Dr. Scorti-Bello about what your unit's theory was about what happened to John O'Keefe?
There was no theory.
Okay. You did not provide any theory to her, correct?
I did not provide a theory.
You learned at the autopsy from your observations that John O'Keefe had 2 black eyes and a swollen right eye, correct?
Yes.
You also learned that there was a small cut above his right eye, correct?
Yes.
And there was a small abrasion on the left side of his nose, correct?
I would have to reference the report for the exact words.
The attorney's office to look at and analyze a phone that was related to a person by the name of Jennifer McCabe?
Yes, with a very, very specific scope to a specific date range. Yes, I was asked to look for deletions of Safari searches within the scope of the time frame that was dictated by the purpose of the exam.
Were you asked to look at the phone device and determine whether or not there were any user-initiated deletions of phone calls on the device?
Yes, I was asked to look for deletions of phone calls in that same date range. For clarity, there's more than one search that happens actually at 227. There is some activity that's looking at, and I don't want to mispronounce the name of the town, I'll try Hockomock Sports, looking at activities for the sporting events at that school system, I assume, or county location. There is a timestamp for the search Haas Long to Die in Cold. However, that timestamp isn't about active searches, it's about the time that a tab was either opened or moved to the background.
Did the search How's Long to Die in the Cold have a timestamp on it?
There are actually multiple artifacts for How's Long to Die in Cold. Only one of them is associated with the 227 timestamp, but there are other instances of evidence of that was parsed by Celebrate.
Danger for an untrained eye to rely simply on the software when looking at a search like this, How Long to Die in the Cold, and seeing the 227 timestamp?
Absolutely. There's a really scary danger that an examiner who has not dug into the artifact and tested to see what it means may assume erroneously that 227 timestamp is the time that what is there is searched.
So am I reading this entry correct, that you're stating what the data shows, that 80 steps were taken by the phone, whomever had the phone of Mr. O'Keefe? There were 80 steps taken at 12:21:10 a.m. on January 29, 2022, for a length of time of 3.2 minutes.
That is what the phone registered.
That's what the phone registered. Very well. That phone was moving starting at 12:31:56 and still moving until 12:32:16 a.m. on January 29, 2022, correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely more than Jen McCabe. Jen McCabe, it's me or her. Either I'm going down, Jen, or you are.
So we're on schedule, ahead of schedule. We'll reevaluate that tomorrow. Now you will see lawyers and sidebar